Hello. In 1995, my dad kicked me out of the house, and I had to find a place, and I didn't really know where to go because I didn't have a girlfriend, and that's like the key to everything. So I I went to look at a few houses that were renting a room, and the one that I stayed at, it was basically a Jewish household. When I got there, I just started. They seemed so puppy eyes and so sincere and focused, and I was stoked. And I went to New York for the first time shortly after that. I went to Florida. I flew into. I was going to go to Daytona, and I went to school there for one day, and I realized, okay, this is useless. Um, and I went up to DC, and it all. I say it started off on that sort of reality. I would go to the gas station at the end of my road, an Arab gas station, and hala hala, talking on the phone only. That's all they ever did there. Um, and there was no women there at all. Never a woman there, just positively. At the other end of the street, the mom and pop shop, Jewish owned mom and pops there. They never talked on the phone, and they were sort of aware, and it was good. It was a cheesy little neighborhood by the on the main boulevard. But I I can't go online and then meet anyone. Okay, I have to meet them in person basically, and it has to be in a private place. And I would like to be able to work with sincere people. Um, I think the problem with the Israeli consulate for the kibbutz is that the lady was staring at the computer and she was completely sort of just looking at my name, just like I don't know what she was, why she wouldn't absolutely respond and say, "Well, are you coming home with me? I'm going to smoke this joint by myself." Okay, because I want to be with people who are sincerely concerned, okay, who are aware and present and love to understand okay, I've been writing for many years and I couldn't do it in America. It was not possible. One of my friends at that house, the Jewish household, um, she read some of my writing that I had written, some poem, and it was completely deranged. Truly, it was not possible for me to think clearly in the Wild West where I grew up. I just couldn't. Had lots of friends out there. Okay, a lot of them a bit crazy. Um, Dominic. Okay, me and my brother both friended his brother. All four of us were good friends, neighbors. Um, but Dominic, trust me, crazy things, very crazy and gregarious and lots of fun. Okay. But also really, I think he had someone. Well, he must have been literally passed out or in love or something like this. But okay. He had a tattoo on his arm, which was clearly done by not just in prison, but by a criminal. It was a swastika. Okay, and it was clearly like done by like someone holding a cigarette in one hand and or a drink in one hand. Oh boy, that's your Native American, East Asian cop outs. It's not to them. It's not bad. It's only Santa Cruz where I grew up, and certainly Rosebud and everything that's happened. That George Washington needs to be around sincerely focused people, and Nazis and um, I would say tobacco. Okay, because I think honestly, um, occasionally ceremonially it's nice. I like to have a little tobacco in my weed. I don't like to be a complete stoner zombie or something like that. I mean, sometimes it happens, but um, Okay, because I really wish I could be with concerned people, but as soon as you look at the computer screen, I am a zombie. I am suspicious. I'm like, oh, what is this? Okay, that's all the lady at the consulate was doing, staring completely just like, we're sitting there, and she doesn't have a clue. There's all this, the computer's right there, and it's expecting me to like, I know not what I'm expecting. My parents didn't have any Jewish friends. Okay, they didn't grow up on the East Coast. Um, I desperately wish that I had, because my uncle did, and he had a much different lifestyle. His wife also lived on the East Coast, or grew up there, partly in San Francisco and partly in New York since she was 13. And the same thing with my uncle. He grew up near Chicago until he was 13, and then went to school in Florida. My dad just didn't have that experience, and it can be dangerous in the Wild West, whether it's, I don't know. I found the Amish to be extremely pleasant, um, but the Midwest to be kind of lacking in creativity, generally speaking. Narcissism, perhaps. I'm sure a prairie home mullet would look quite nice about now if I got a haircut at least. Let's say a prairie home, you know that one. Okay, hilarious, but it's also, what are you? What? Okay, Meryl Streep, please let me see you naked. uh, just take off your shirt and don't talk. I would fear like this, like a hardcore narcissistic sort. So, shit. Please contact me. I want there to be love in the world. Okay, not at a cheap hotel. Or even at a school, even the fanciest school, even the fanciest hotel. Never did I ever make a friend. Not in public. In private, at that private home where I rented the room and stayed and made good friends with Kathy. I think Barbara Streisand somehow knows who she is, because psychologists are all crazy and cautious, especially people who grew up on the West Coast. I'm telling you, you show me the survivors, okay, versus the politically correct. It's very tricky. I would love to have an East Asian highly qualified team. And I would definitely wish there were a couple, because I wouldn't want to be some trophy hunter, okay? Because the hunter becomes the hunted. And Michael Jackson, okay, those people should still be alive and sober and in the promised land. That's where I am. I'm in my ancestral world. Not, yes, I would prefer to be in Germany or Italy or Spain or even France, especially France, if there wasn't a bunch of fucking zombies everywhere. People talking on their phone or trying to talk to you, and they don't even speak English. Okay, they don't want to speak English. They just want to talk. That's a dangerous person. Okay, and I've witnessed those people all over the place. But at least if they speak some Western dialectic or some fluent English, there are some people who do, and do it with very much integrity. I love it. Absolutely do. And respect as well. Some people don't have to talk very much, but they can be very supportive. And who cares if the police want to arrest you?